Hi everyone, I'm Jackie. Welcome to my channel, Cherished Memories Crochet. This is part 2 of the making of my Cherished Heart baby blanket. In the first part 1, I showed you how to make the granny square. And in this one, we're going to join them together. And I'm going to show you how to do the border. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to use the white to join them together. And I went every other one. I made 2 granny squares and I made every other one to get this look. I've got 5 across and 5 wide and 5 in length across, and including the border is about 32 inches wide. So if you want a bigger one, just add squares. Okay, so we'll get started. Grab your 2 granny squares. I've got the one that the outer is white and this one the outer is blue, and you're going to want to have the insides facing each other. So the insides are facing each other. So this is the outside and that's the outside. And you've got 2 chains here. We're going to work through both of those on the outer edge, the outer edges only. And when we get over to here, we're just going to do one, and I'll show you which one to do. So we're going to get started. Get my yarn here. And we're going to work on the outer loop only. Here's the outer, and here's the inner. We're going to go in through just the outer one. Okay, insert your hook in that first chain. And I'm going to attach it. And tie your yarn on. Just like that. Now go ahead and insert your hook in that same chain. Pull up a loop. Now grab your other granny square, and you're going to go into that first loop right there and go in the outer part. This is your inner, this is your outer. Just like that. And let me find my, well, let me do that again. My yarn I didn't have in the right place. Okay. Have your yarn over this way. Now I'm going to go through this one. Just like that. Get your yarn. Wrap it around and bring it through both of them. Now we're going to go into that second one. Go in the outer. Then go over here and catch that one. Just go through the top one here only. Yarn over. Go through both. And now we're here on the first double crochet. We're just going to go under that outer loop. You're going to get this, your second granny square. And here's the inner, and there's the outer. Okay, just go through it. You're going to pull through, slip stitch just like that. And now here's your middle double crochet. Make sure you keep them lined up. There's your middle one. Pull through. And now here's your last double crochet. Go through the outer loop only. Jump over here in the back here. Go through the outer one only. Yarn over. Pull through. And do a slip stitch. And just continue that all the way up to the end. And I'll show you kind of what it's going to look like. This is my favorite way to connect them. I just like the way it looks. So go ahead and continue that to the end here, and I'll show you what to do here. Okay, I made it to the end. This is what it will look like on this side, the outer side. And here's the inside. And what I like to do before I go on and connect other ones is I make sure that I went through only the back loop. And if you picked up the other loop, you'll be able to notice it here. Okay, so we'll go on and continue. So now what we're going to do is you have your 2 chains here. We're going to jump over and go right here. Let's see, wait. Here's the first one, there's the second one. We're going to go in the first one. And then we're going to connect the first one in the back. Just like that. Yarn over and go through both of them. So now you've got your second one here. We're just going to leave that. And so now we're going to get our other granny squares. And you're going to want the blue one here, if you're doing blue, and the other one over here. So now they have to be facing each other. It's like that. I'll flip that one back over. Now you're not going to go in the first one, you're going to go in the second one. And this one we went in the first one and left the second one. That way, when you're coming up this way, you'll have these two right together and it's easier to find. Okay, so make sure they're both backwards and the front's facing each other. Skip that first one, go in that second one. Go in that second one. Yarn over. Just like that. I'm going to go into the top of this first double crochet. And this one. And that's how you connect them, just like that. And just continue this until you get to the end. And I'll show you how to end it at the end of the row. And here's the top of the third double crochet. And always make sure you have your double crochets lined up. And here's the first one. The first one. And just continue that until you get to the end of the row here, and I'll meet you right here. Okay, I'm at the end, and since this will be the outside, the border part of the blanket, I always go through both chains. And just remember, go through the back loops of all these in. Check after you do each one to make sure you didn't go into one of those front loops. So that way you won't get a lot of work done and have to pull it out, because it is really noticeable. Okay. That one's wanting to give me some trouble here. Go into there. Okay. So now you've went through both chains. So now we're going to chain one, tighten your work. Oops. Pull it through. And so this is what it should look like so far. And there's the back. There's the front. I really like this look. Okay, so what I usually do, so I don't lose where I had started, I'll put, you can even put a thread, or I use a stitch marker, and I'll put it right here, and that way I know that is always the top right, and it's where I started. Okay, so now go ahead and make it as long as you want. Just remember, on the outer, go through both chains, the outer edges. So now this is the very first one we did, so we're going to flip it, and now we're going to start going this way. So go ahead and fold it over where your fronts are facing each other. And since this is the outer, we're going to go in both chains. Just insert your hook. Make sure your yarn is this way. And then here's both your chains. You're going to go on that outer one there. Yarn over and go through both of them. Just like that. Now we're going to go to the second one, the second chain. Go over here and go through the chain on that one. Yarn over and pull through both of them. Make a slip stitch, and now we're just going to continue like we did all the way up. Go through your outer loops only, just like that. Yarn over and do a slip stitch. Here's the middle one, and here's your third one. And just continue that until you get to the middle here, and stop right, when you get to the top of this third one, and I'll show you how to go over the stitches here. Okay, I made it to the end here. So I just did on the top of this last double crochet here in this set. So if you look closely, you'll see that chain we didn't go into. We're going to go into it. And this can get a little bit hard because it's so crowded. Just do the best you can. And okay, now we're going to go back here and find that one. So I've got both of them. Yarn over and slip stitch through them. Now we're just going to jump over this right here, and here's our chain, and then go on the other one and get it, yarn over, and do a slip stitch. So now you're just going to continue as wide as you have your blanket till you get to the outside, and I'm going to go ahead and continue and finish this square, and I'm going to meet you right here. Okay, I'm at the end. So now we've got those two chains, and since this will be the outer of the blanket, we're going to do both of those chains this time. Slip stitch through them. Okay, now I'm going to chain one. Okay. So this is what the back should look like. And here's the front. And here's what the middle will look like. So now we're going to do the border. And this one I did the color. And this one here, I think I'm going to do white. I've got my white handy, so. So what you're going to do is go into any corner, attach your yarn, just like that. Insert your hook, bring up a loop. You're going to chain one. Now we're going to go back into the same corner, and we're going to do 3 single crochets, just like that. And we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch around. So when you get to your corners, do 3 single crochets and a single crochet in every stitch. And when you get to the corner here, or where we put the granny squares together, you have this right here. You're going to want to do 1 granny square there. Well, here, I'm going to go ahead and go finish to here, and I'll show you how. That'd be better. So I'm going to go ahead and finish, and I'll meet you there in the middle where the granny squares are attached. Okay, now I'm here where we attached the granny squares. So I've got one more double crochet, do a single crochet on top of that. And now we've got this corner here. I'm just going to do one single crochet in that. Okay, now we have where we attached them. You're going to go right into there in the middle and do a single crochet. Now here's the corner. Jump over to that corner and do a single crochet. So you've got a single crochet in the corner, a single crochet where we attached the granny squares, and a single crochet there in the corner. And now don't forget this one here, it's hiding. Go ahead and do a single crochet in every stitch. And when you get to the corner, do 3 single crochets. And then when you get to where we attached them, do 1 single crochet here in the corner, 1 single crochet where we attached them, and 1 single crochet here in the corner, and continue that until we get to the end, and I'll meet you right here. Okay, I'm at the end. I've just did my last single crochet. So now we're going to go over here and slip stitch into this very first single crochet we did. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next one. That will be our middle single crochet that we did in the corner. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 3. That acts as our first double crochet, and go right back in that same single crochet, and we're going to do a total of 8 double crochets. That counts your chain 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4, 5, and 1 more. Okay, so now we're going to skip 1, 2, and in the third single crochet, we're going to do a single crochet. So that's what it should look like. You've got your 8 double crochets, and you skip 2, and in the third one you put a single crochet. So now we're going to skip 2, and in that third one, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do 8 more double crochets in that same stitch. And my last one, 8. Now I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, and do a single crochet. And now I'm going to skip 2 more, and I'm going to do 8 more double crochets in that same stitch, and just continue that same pattern until you get to the first corner, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'm at the end here. Now this one works out really good. 1, 2, 3, and here's where I'll do my 8 doubles right in the middle of those 3 single crochets. But when you do this blanket, if you do 5 across, when you do your last single crochet, right here I've got 1, 2, 3, so it works out. But you're only going to have 1, 2, and you're going to have to do your 8 double crochets in the second stitch, which is fine. You can't tell. So I just wanted to tell you that. But this one here, since there's only 2 granny squares, works out perfect. And if you do more granny squares, it's going to work out different, I guess, however many you add. But this one works out. 1, 2, and I'm going to do my 8 grannies here. I mean, my 8 grannies. My 8 double crochets. I've been crocheting too long, I think. Okay, so there's 3. So I'll continue and do 8 in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish around. And I'm going to meet you right here and show you how to end your blanket. Okay, I've made it all the way around. I just did my last single crochet. So now we just need to slip stitch over here. You might have your special preference at how you end them, but I found if I go not into the top chain through here, but into the second chain, because see how they're kind of curvy? If you go into the second one, do a slip stitch, it just makes it kind of curvy like these. And then chain 1, pull your work, cut it. There, see how it's kind of like got a curve to it like over here. And you are done with your Cherished Heart baby blanket. I think my granddaughter will be getting a baby doll blanket. It's so little, so it'd be perfect for her dolls, and that's a lot of work just to throw out. So I hope you enjoyed making my blanket. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I want to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.